Next up on WTV, a look at bag policies for football games, a club hoping to help the community, and today's Sports Minute. WTV's daily update starts now. Good morning, Red Hawk Nation. Today is Thursday, September 26th, and I'm Yael Evan with today's daily update brought to you by Wingspan TV. Stitch by Stitch, one organization on campus is hoping to patch up the community. WTV's Manuki Matus has the story.
Articles of clothing are given a new purpose in the world by one campus organization that works on fundraising for those in poverty, primarily through quilts.
What we do in One Thread is that our primary activity, besides our fundraisers and other events, it's cutting up our textile waste that members and other people donate into squares, and then I take them home and our office take them home, and together we sew it into rows, and then we make it into a quilt.
President and founder Ada Sao wanted to create the club to foster a new means of volunteering that is more interactive within the community and handles the issue of the chemical pollutants that are released from textile waste.
I noticed that there was a lot more people out there in poverty, homeless, or kids in foster homes, and so I wanted to produce these quilts that One Thread does to not only help our environment by recycling or repurposing our textile waste into quilts, but also be able to donate those quilts at the end of the year to benefit those people in foster homes or homeless shelters.
For junior Abby Wang, it's about giving back to the community.
My favorite experience in One Thread was probably seeing the finished product of the quilts that we have made, because it brings a really good sense of accomplishment. One Thread's a way that I'm able to give back to the community in a very convenient and easy way, because I don't have to go out somewhere. I can just do it through school.
Students have been working since the first week of school last year to sew handmade quilts from old clothes that have been donated, and after months of preparation, the first quilt is ready to be donated, and 4 others are in the making for the end of this year. The club also hosted a bracelet fundraiser made out of scrap fabric from the quilts and raised over $80. Reporting for WTV, I'm Manuki Matus.
You're not in the shot. It's like that.
Inspired by the movie Pay It Forward, teen leadership has started a positivity chain in the Rotunda. WTV's Roy Nitzen has the details.
If you walk into the Rotunda, you may see a positivity chain around the room. Teen leadership started it as an idea to do something nice for people in the school to pay it forward.
Yeah, so it started, I was inspired by one of our talks that we have in volleyball on War Wednesday, and it was basically just about being a good human and doing acts of service and acts of kindness and stuff for just, again, just practicing being a good human. Anyways, so I came from practice and I wanted to not just only integrate it into the volleyball program, but also into my classroom, so that, again, it goes beyond, just our volleyball program. So we watched the movie Pay It Forward, and we got inspired to do a project to do an act of kindness, and then keep going forward with it. So there's 4 different projects going on right now, and that was theirs for the positivity chain.
Students can add to it by doing a kind act of their own.
So the positivity chain is basically, we're trying to create a better environment and community for students to be in every day, because there's a lot of negativity out in the world, and we want some more positive things, especially in a school campus when you're in here for 7 hours a day. So we have this chain going out, and it's in the Rotunda, and you can write positive messages, and people can take them off and add on to them, and our goal is 50 by the end of the week.
Reporting for WTV, I'm Roy Nitzen.
Going to Frisco ISD games at either Memorial or Toyota Stadium this year means following a new bag policy. WTV's Sydney Andros explains.
Frisco ISD just launched a new policy prohibiting many different bags spectators are now not allowed to bring into both Memorial Stadium and Toyota Stadium. Similar to the policy already in effect at the Ford Center, there's one big difference with the district's new policy for Memorial and Toyota. The size of bag that can be brought in is smaller. Ford Center allows clear bags up to 12 inches by 6 inches by 12 inches. However, at Memorial and Toyota, bags can't exceed 5.5 inches by 8.5 inches. The only exceptions are clear quart or gallon-sized resealable storage bags. The bag limit doesn't apply to student groups such as band and cheerleaders if they enter with their respective groups at the appropriate entrances. Among the other prohibited items are diaper bags, coolers, backpacks, fanny packs, camera bags, or any bag larger than the permissible size. For more information, visit the Frisco ISD website. Reporting for WTV, I'm Sydney Andros.
On this week's edition of My Life As, WTV takes a look into the life of Purple Belt Manuki Matus.
So every day we start off by first bowing onto the floor. So we bow to get on, and then we line up in 2 different lines. So our class has a mix of both kids in like elementary and middle school and adults who are like middle-aged. But everyone bows on together, and we line up by rank, and we bow to this thing called the showman, which are like our masters in karate, and we say "Anugashimasu," which means please help us with our training, and then we bow to our sensei, and we start class with our first 15 basics. So those are the like basic punches, uppercuts, different routines. Pretty much every complex technique we do in karate is based off of our first 15 topics. After that, we go into whatever topic is for that day. So on kick days, we'll do special kick routines, Gary Wazadaichi, Gary Wazadai. On kumite days, that's sparring and fighting, we do different styles of aikido and judo and all of that. Ground techniques, more like kind of wrestling, grappling, throws, stuff like that. So each class is focused on a topic, and I usually go Tuesdays and Wednesdays. And then at the end of every class, we do either some kind of game or a match. Our like matches are called kumite in karate, and then or we perform a kata, which is our routines. And then we finish off with ab workouts, and then we bow off again and say "Anugashimasu," which means thank you for helping me with my training. I study Ishinryu karate, and I am currently a purple belt with a black stripe.
WTV's Walker Shippey gives you a preview of football on today's Sports Minute.
The homecoming football game takes place tonight at Toyota Stadium as the Redhawks take on the Independence Knights. The Redhawks are coming off a 42-14 loss to Sherman 2 weeks ago in the team's final non-district game. For the football team, the game is the start of district play and a chance to rewrite their script for the season as every team enters district play with the same record.
I think homecoming game is more different from a regular football game because it's like you're like expected to win this game because it's like for homecoming, and like I feel like the other students would appreciate if we won the game, and like if we won this game, I think they would appreciate it more. I think it is. I think district will be, if we can get like our stuff together, we'll be fine. We did some good things during like non-district games and just couldn't hang on in the end, but I think Independence is like a good team to play as our first district game to see like what we can really do.
But the homecoming football game is about more than what happens on the field. For cheerleaders, band, and Red Rhythm, tonight's game means something different.
The homecoming game as a cheerleader is a super fun time for everyone in the program because we work super hard and put in a lot of effort towards our homecoming routine for the pep rally. And that's the game where the JV and freshman squads get to come and cheer with us, so it's kind of a cool time to have the whole program at a football game. Normally football games, they have a big crowd, but it's not as big as the homecoming game. So when you cheer at the homecoming game, there's people coming home from college, all families are there. There's a bigger turnout than normally.
So the homecoming game is a little bit more exciting because everyone's getting hyped because it's the game before homecoming, and so we try and put a little bit more hype and fun into what we do.
It's a lot of fun. Our team always loves when our alumni come back. It's a great environment with the pep rally and the game. In a normal game, we do our victory lines before the game, and then we have our halftime, and then the game's usually over. But for homecoming, we are part of announcing the homecoming court, so we make lines after we perform our homecoming routine, and then we stay and watch the band because they don't get to perform at halftime, so we stay and we watch them afterwards. For our homecoming game, we always perform our kick routine, so we'll be wearing a different uniform than we usually do. We'll have a mum wall, we'll have our cowbells, a tradition that we always do with our little sisters.
Liberty and Independence face off tonight at 7 o'clock at Toyota Stadium. For WTV Sports, this is Walker Shippey.
If you're looking for more from Wingspan, you can follow us at Liberty Wingspan on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook, or visit our award-winning website, libertywingspan.com. And now for today's announcements. The first book club meeting is today during advisory in the library. This year's theme is Books to Movies. Join the Remind by texting 8232-GF to 81010. Everyone is welcome. Is this your first year at Liberty? New to Texas? Come to the first Mini Mentors Club in Miss Hill's room in C115. Seniors will help you plan your academic and extracurricular journey throughout high school. Join the Remind by texting at MiniMentor to 81010. If you are interested in starting a club, please find a sponsor that will support your club's mission and have the sponsor submit the necessary forms by tomorrow. The Antisocial Social Club meets every Friday during advisory in Mr. Ham's room, C243. Join the Remind by texting at Friends128 to 81010. There will be food, crafts, games, and prizes. Homecoming is set for Saturday, September 28th from 7:30 to 10 p.m. Homecoming dance tickets can be purchased with cash this week in the cafeteria during all lunches. If purchased at the door, tickets will cost $30. Everyone must present a school ID to get into the dance. Yearbooks and senior ads are on sale now. Buy them at balfour.com before September 30th for early bird pricing. That's it for today's daily update. This is Yael Evan for Wingspan TV.